whether it is realized or not. In every moment, we are all telepathically speaking to each other. This is the baseline of psychic phenomenon and the foundation of how we access our intuition and universal consciousness. Telepathy is how we form the collective consciousness with one another, plant life, and communication with animals and beings that live in the spirit world. It is also primarily how higher life forms not only communicate with us and to each other, but is also the baseline for how they operate their technology and construct their worlds. What is telepathy? Telepathy is the direct transference of thought from one person to another by use of extrasensory perception. Some people think of telepathy as hearing another person's thoughts. It is also believed that telepathy can be used to influence the thoughts and ideas of others. When this occurs, telepathy changes into mind control. Human consciousness is essentially the awareness of feelings and is the basis of every human experience. When you go into a deep understanding of your own consciousness, you become aware that it is possible to connect with other people's consciousness as well. While telepathy is the medium of paranormal communication, it also contributes to a very important communication aspect between regular life forms that not everyone is aware of. There are several different streams of nonverbal communication that occurs simultaneously between people, animals, plant life, and all living things. More than one of these streams of communication being telepathic in nature. Telepathy also creates an output of alchemically transparent forms, shapes, and colors that can easily be observed and understood by higher beings. It is within these shapes and constructs that is the key for advanced technology and how to maneuver and operate elaborate organic computer programs and innovative products. Telepathy also plays an important role in the functionality of bionic spines, thought-powered exoskeletons, and brain implants that can predict seizures or detect chemical and electrical changes. While some believe in the archaic idea that telepathy is of the occult, science has proven the viability of telepathy as a natural ability possessed by all humans that plays a big role in scientific advancements in technology. This redefines telepathy away from occult status and places it in the category of unclaimed, natural human phenomena that most individuals are not aware of and do not utilize to the extent that it exists within. Where did the term telepathy come from? Telepathy dates back to ancient Greeks and Egyptians. The term telepathy was coined by Frederick W.H. Myers in 1882, who was a classical scholar and founder of the Society of Psychical Research. Initially, the phenomenon was known as thought transference or thought reading. Congruently during that time, mesmerism or animal magnetism was thought of as forms of telepathy due to their mystical and hypnotic attributes. We can observe telepathy in hive mind examples, such as when bees act as a singular unit. The term hive mind came from observing bees and how a swarm communicates with each other to perform in unison. The hive mind phenomenon is how bees coalesce into a single clear thought and take action based on a surrendered, unanimous decision. A swarm of bees' survival is dependent on the ability to operate within a hive mind mentality. Failing to move the swarm as a single committed unit risks splitting up the hive and losing the queen. Similarly, making a poor move could expose the hive to predators or extreme temperatures. Telepathy became an interest in psychiatric research and was studied in the late 1800s to establish a link between psychic phenomenon and science. They discovered that telepathy cannot be explained without clairvoyance, as telepathy and clairvoyance tends to work in tangent with each other. It has been found that telepathy is heightened during the full moon, which may be linked to how the water in our brains is affected by the tides and the moon cycles. This is a part of why human consciousness is impacted astrologically. In telepathic communication, the receiver's brain waves during the moment of transmission matches the sender's brain waves in order to read the transmission coming from another person. Additionally, telepathy gets stronger as you age. Women are more inclined to be telepathic than men, and your emotional state plays a role in the quality of the transmission given and received. How is telepathy used to communicate with the spirit world? Due to the fact that spirits are missing vocal cords, the spirits around you that wish to communicate do so by several means, one of which is through telepathy. You communicate with them by combining your consciousness grid, otherwise known as your auric field, with theirs. The low-frequency brainwave called the slow cortical potential is a brainwave that people can produce at will. By controlling their thoughts, people can create telepathic communication with some spirits. Other higher vibrational spirits communicate well within the gamma brain wave range. Delta brain waves in regards to telepathy can support with deep, restorative healing between yourself and a healing spirit or energy healer. It is within that telepathic state that the necessary communication occurs for deep healing to take place. For some individuals, a theta brainwave is necessary to hear your spirit guides, as it allows you to experience a daydreaming state that opens the door to receiving audio, psychic phenomenon, and communication. How do you develop telepathy? Enhancing the strength of your spiritual body, specific meditations, and the proper implementation of your third eye plays a role in being able to communicate telepathically. This is a behavior that can be learned, studied, and developed. I'll explain how in a future video. For now, thanks for watching.